Much for being here. This post-match press conference, BVI versus Jamaica. World Cup qualifiers. We're joined with the head coach of the Jamaica senior men's national team, Coach Steve McLaren. We kindly ask for you to raise your hand and indicate. And of course, once you're identified, you can pose your question to Coach McLaren. So let's get started, shall we? Go ahead. Yes.
Coach, what surprised you about the way the BVI played today?
Nothing surprised me. We've watched them for a couple of games, and the new coach is trying to get them playing in a good style, nice defensive block, and trying to play through on transition. So the game plan, congratulations to them. I thought they made it very, very difficult for us. I think the opponent and the pitch combined together didn't allow for what we call free-flowing football. And we're not making no excuses. We should do better than that. But we needed to score a second goal. And we didn't do that. So we're always going to be nervous in the last 10, 15 minutes. But the key thing we said at the beginning was we win the game. We've got to win the game. And got to find a way to win. And we won 1-0. But we know inside the dressing room that we can be better, and we need to be better next game against Guatemala with the Gold Cup coming up. We've got to do better than we were today in terms of I think attitude, but maybe we came in with a little bit of complacency, and that showed in our slow play.
You have any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, despite the win, the Jamaica crowd was a little bit disappointed. What would you say to the crowd at the moment?
I'm disappointed too, and the dressing room is disappointed as well. But that's football. There's no easy games in the Caribbean, you know that. We knew that against St. Vincent, and we know that again today. The key thing was St. Vincent, we got the draw, but here we got the win. And for me, I just say, we have to learn from this. It's also learning from me. And we have to move on quickly because Guatemala will be a totally different proposition. And we need to be a better performance for it to win that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Cathy Richards, JTV. What's your biggest takeaway from today's game?
The biggest takeaway is 3 points. Make sure we're in the final group stage. That was the most important. And now we need to turn our attention to Tuesday, Guatemala. But I've had lots of these games. They're never pretty. They never go exactly how you want them to. You think everybody thinks we should beat them 5 or 6. We had 5 or 6 chances to do that, but our finishing was very, very poor. And we need to improve that as well.
Coach, you got the 3 points. You're going back home. How do you feel knowing that you got Andre Blake playing such a great position at goalie, another clean sheet for him? Can you speak on his performance?
I mean, it's important to keep a clean sheet. You don't lose games. We had one bit of quality set play to win the game. And towards the end, they're always taking risk, and it's always difficult. And Andre was always there to make the saves, interceptions, calm the team down. So he's a massive plus for us.
How did you like the reception here for the Jamaica crowd and the BVI crowd?
Great, good atmosphere. And, I think the players appreciated their support at the end. I think Latin, we knew the guys more here was a lot. And they came out today and gave us great support.
Do we have any follow-up questions?
Just a follow-up. After you went into the halftime with a 1-0 lead, what adjustments did you make for the second half to try to score again?
I think move the ball quicker, more movement up front. They were a bit static. We got 2 opportunities, but once we had the opportunity to put the ball in the box, put the ball in the box and make sure our best defence was right, because that was their only threat. And I think they did that. But our final ball, our final cross, our final finish was not very good today. And this game was a lot about individuals and perform. We've done well in the previous 2 games in terms of performance and results. We didn't follow it up today. And that's the biggest disappointment for me, was that we never followed the performance that we had last week, this week.
BVI ranked in terms of FIFA rankings, because some teams, when they come into these types of games, based on the ranking, they have a certain game plan. And then, for teams that are ranked lower, it's more so a laissez-faire approach to the game. What was your game plan coming into here in terms of the approach when you would have came here to play Team BVI?
Yeah, our approach was to not be complacent, to make sure it's going to be a difficult game, make sure we score the first goal, and then make sure you follow that with the second goal. It makes life a lot easier, and you control the game. To be fair to do that. So in terms of opportunities and finishing, it was poor today. But in general, we came here to win the game, to score goals, to attack, to get more crosses into the ball, more bodies into the ball, get better finish. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. That's football. I just get a result that Honduras just beat the Cayman Islands in the last minute of the time. So it just proves when you defend against the low block, it's difficult to laying that surface. You can defend for 90 minutes and keep the clean sheet, which they nearly did.
One follow-up, sorry. You mentioned you were disappointed overall in terms of, I guess, the end result. I guess somebody's performance, say, you would have expected more from your team. What goal line or what goal score at the end of the final whistle would you have been pleased with that would have changed that overall feeling from disappointment to at least being happy?
We're pleased with 3 points. That's it.
All right. Yeah, one last question, coach. After today's result, heading to Jamaica, what would you tell the crowd in Jamaica? The fans.
Come and support us, come cheer us on, come stay with us. I think we saw the support we got in the UK last week. We need that again at home games. And it's a big game against Guatemala. And I'm positive. It will be a different game and hopefully a better game.
Members of the media, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.